amazing movie, and for me, the movie really takes the conversation about African cinema in several ways. And for me, I see it in two ways, or even three. The first one is the representation of Africa we see in this movie. Because if we analyze, the representation of Africa in this movie against the backdrop of what is in the media out there, there is a different contrast.
Right.
There's a different contrast. There is, the Africa you never get to see, or the Africa that the media doesn't always relay. And we see, actually, there are cities in Africa. I'm just being sarcastic, yeah. Cities in Africa, there's an upper middle class, So that, in terms of representation, is not, with poor Africa, famine, wars. It's a different representation. Yeah. So the second, direction is itself African filmmaking, because for many years, I would say, for several decades, African cinema has been, casted, basically as, the continuation of first cinema, which is mostly about, politically committed cinema. Right. And it used to be, a cinema that is, really talks about the anti-colonial rhetoric or, the corruption in Africa. But this film, takes it into a different direction. There is another cinema than just, cinema, for, political messages. Even if, I know for every cultural production there is ideology embedded in it. But this one definitely takes the conversation to, different directions. Which leads me to my first question. What drew you to the idea of making this movie?
Thank you very much. Basically what happened was I was sent the first script by Moabu, the executive producer, about 3 years ago. I'd met her at, there was a big party for my first film in Lagos, and she came there. It was the first time I met her, and we talked. Mo has a TV channel, and she said, "Oh, I'd like you to direct something for me." And I said, I'm always looking for opportunities to work back home in Nigeria. And about a month later, I was back in London, and a script came in on the email, and it was 50, and it was about 150 pages long. I read it. It was a really terrible script, but she didn't write it. She commissioned someone to write it, and I read it. But there were 4 characters, these 4 women there, that once in a while came to life. But I was kind of I was drawn to the idea to these 4 characters actually because at that time I was editing a TV series at Sony and TV called Sugar, which was about teenagers. And I thought that these women belonged to the generation of the parents of the kids in Sugar. And I thought it would be interesting actually to do something about these women and see if I could make it as sexy as interesting. So it was a purely aesthetic thing initially, for me. But I had in my hand a really bad script. So I wrote to Mo. I said, look, I'm interested, but you'll have to get someone to do another draft of the script. Fast forward about 6 months later, I ended up basically taking the script and rewriting it myself, because the person she got to rewrite it just did something that I didn't feel I could direct. So I was attracted to the idea of making a movie about this woman. The other thing that really attracted me to it, which you actually mentioned in your introduction, in the preamble to your question, was the idea of showing Lagos, a city that I know very, very well, showing it in a way that I've never seen it depicted on film before. The Lagos that I knew existed, but it wasn't, for some reason, when people show Lagos or talk about Lagos or write about Lagos, you think, this is a city of 21 million people, but you think no one lives there because it sounds like some kind of hell. And Lagos isn't, it's not an easy city, but there's so many Lagoses, and this particular Lagos just didn't seem to, I'd never seen it on screen before. And so I set out to do that. And you know, and that was it. But actually, everything is political. I mean, you know that. A Facebook friend of mine who is a professor at a university in Germany told me that they screened 50 for a student, and the professor, an emeritus professor, someone who I thought should know better, stood up at the end and said they were offended that the movie had been shown, and my Facebook friend wanted to know why, and they said it was because there's millions of people starving in Africa, you're showing a movie about people having fun, and I live in London. I've lived in London for nearly 30 years. I could make a movie about London that was completely dystopian, and it would be about a London that exists. But there's so many Londons, and
Yeah, the idea is not very, Africa is not, one single country. It's not one country, and even within a country, you have, different realities. And I personally remember last semester when I was teaching African City on film, is, for Lagos, the representation of Lagos is in a jam traffic, everything is a chaos. But out of that chaos, you have creativity. And you have source of inspiration. And we can see in this movie, the scenery, the cinematography, the lighting, we can see the landmark. Yeah. So Uni is more than just one, Lagos, it's just more than one Africa. But we're talking about, Nigeria, one cannot help but, make the quick parallel with, Nollywood. Nollywood. Yeah. And for this movie, I don't know where you position yourself or your movie. I don't want to put you in a tough spot.
Look, I consider myself completely 100% a Nigerian filmmaker. I do not consider myself to be a Nollywood filmmaker, and that's not as passionate on Nollywood. I'm not actually dissing Nollywood. I'm just, Nollywood does one thing. They kind of sell oranges and I sell apples. I'm not saying what I do is better or whatever, it's just completely different. And I love watching Nollywood, but what I do isn't. It's just Nigerian. It's in the way not every Indian film is Bollywood. Not every American film is Hollywood,
Okay, so I think you answered